Today's video is all about how to create better habits. And we are trying to do our best in 2020 to reach our goals, even the circumstances that we have. But two things that you need to focus in order to reach your goals are mindset and better habits. So stay tuned for this video because it's going to help you a lot. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Stef, and if you need to erase any limiting beliefs and find the blueprint for the online business of your dreams, this is the place to be. Don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell below so you don't miss any of my new content. When people think about creating a habit, sometimes they think that they need to do something for 21 days in order to become a habit. And sometimes it's not the case because 21 days is the average. So if you have something that is going to become easy for you, maybe you don't need to reach these 21 days. But if it's something that is really hard for you, you are struggling maybe with your mindset, it's going to take you longer. So you need to be aware of that when you are trying to reach a new habit, and you need to be patient. Another thing that you need to take into consideration is that a habit are little things that you do almost automatically in a daily basis that is helping you to progress in your path. So what are the things that you can do in order to progress in your journey? One of the things that I'm doing is changing my environment, and this is helping me a lot. And when I don't have the environment surrounding me in the way that I want it, I realize straight away because I'm already stressful and I'm not that focused. So try to make your environment as better as you can in order to stay in that mood and be productive and be more like joyful and focus on what you need to achieve and be more optimistic. If you're not optimistic, basically it's going to be really hard for you to continue to try to push through because you are going to be focused on negative beliefs, negative thoughts, and the news that right now are not the best. So try to basically change your environment and surround yourself with things that are making you happy. For me, for example, little quotes that I can read all day is something that I really love. Music is something that I'm really loving it right now because helps me to change my mood immediately. Even I have an uplifting playlist that I put when I have a really stressful day or something, or a day that I'm not that happy, and I can feel my body that is tense and it's really not in the best mood in order to basically try to reach my goals and focus and to push through with all my to-do list. It's really hard for you to work if you are not in the best mood. So if you have an uplifting music, for example, it's going to help you. If you need to take a bath or something like that because it's something that is working for you, do it. But you need to try to find out what is working for you in order to change your mood as fast as possible. Because I have realized lately that I'm being super stressed because of my normal job. And the way that I'm trying to cope with that is when I finish my job, I put that music, and it's helping me a lot in order to change my mindset from Stef employee to Stef CEO of Stef Art Lopez coaching business. So I think that you need to be aware what things are going to help you and just put it in practice. The second tip that I have for you is basically be aware of the kind of people that is surrounding you. I already explained this in my self-care video for entrepreneurs, so if you haven't checked it out, I'm going to put the links somewhere. So you, after this video, you can go and check it out. But basically in that video, I was explaining that if we are surrounded with people that are negative, they are naysayers, sometimes they come from a place of love and they want us just to be protected, but at the same time they are not helping us in order to try to progress. Because sometimes when we want to have an online business and we want to become entrepreneurs, there are a risk there, but there are risks everywhere. If you want to become an employee or you want to achieve any other goals, there is a little risk there. So sometimes our parents, siblings, and best friends, they try to protect us and protect us, and they say things like, well, there are too many entrepreneurs, there are too many people online, and it's not because they don't think that we can achieve it, but maybe they are trying to protect us. So for me, it's key to know and analyze the people that we have around us, and basically know if they're saying something like, you cannot do it. In my mind, is like, he's trying to basically protect me because this person loves me, and I'm not taking this personally, but I'm making sure that if they are saying no to me all the time and they are trying to basically stop me, at some point I need to protect myself and my energy, and I'm going to maybe not be around them that much. So it's a decision that you need to make, and sometimes it's difficult because maybe they are family members. But yeah, I think that is something that you need to think about it really hard, because in the early stages when you're trying to become an entrepreneur is when you need them to be more focused in your energy and protecting your surroundings and your goals and your dreams. So you have a dream, don't let anyone to tell you that you cannot achieve it, because I'm 100% sure that if you work and you plan and you do your best, at some point you're going to achieve it. There are people that take longer and there are people that is easier for them. But don't compare yourself to other people's stage, because sometimes, and I do this myself, sometimes I compare myself with entrepreneurs or business coaches that they have been full-time business coach for 4 or 5 years, and I'm still an employee and an early stage business coach. So I cannot compare what they're doing in a daily basis because they can focus all the time in their business. I cannot do that yet, unfortunately. So don't compare your step one with someone else's step 1000, because it's going to drag you down. The third tip that I have for you, and basically this one is if you want to become an online entrepreneur or a business owner, is that you need to commit to your goals. And what I'm saying this, because sometimes when before we start doing anything with our business, and we see other people's online doing coaching and having their best life and bragging about the successes, we are thinking, oh my god, that looks easy and a very like fast way to have a business and to be successful. But then when you do your research and you start working on your business, you realize that this is really hard work. And sometimes I have seen so many people that they back up and they just doing the bare minimum in order to say, I'm doing something in order to become an entrepreneur. But that's not the case. You are not committed to your goals, you are doing what is convenience. So please analyze what you want to do, what you want to become, and you need to go all in and fully commit yourself in order to achieve what you're saying you want to achieve. The first tip that I have for you in order to create better habits is to ask yourself this question every single day. And the question is, what can I do in order to add value to my audience today? If you have this question in the back of your mind every single day, it's going to be easier for you to create great content and to engage with your audience. And they're going to feel that you are really trying to add value to them and not just basically explain your services and your products and be salesy. And connected to the previous one, you need to make sure that you are creating more content that you are consuming. It's a way in order to analyze that you are adding more value to your audience, and they can tell. And the best advice that I can give you in order to create new and successful habits is to think about what your future self will do. And what I mean with this is basically, if you think about your future self with the following that you want and the kind of success that you want, what kind of daily things they are doing in order to achieve that level of success. And I know that sometimes people are struggling when I ask them to do this, but if you are struggling with this, what you can do is go to internet, and you probably have lots of role models that you can follow, and they have the level of success that more or less that you want to achieve. And if you analyze what they're doing, they follow a pattern of habits, and they are doing things in a consistent basis that there is helping them in order to achieve that level of success. For example, if you want to be more consistent with your Instagram content creation, if you are not able to see yourself in the future and the habits that you are going to have, maybe you can go to Instagram and see the type of accounts that you are following right now, that they have the level of following that you want to achieve, and you can see a pattern there. They probably post so many times in per week. Maybe they are doing so many reels per week, or maybe they are using automation or other tools that you are not using right now. And when you analyze, you realize that they are doing this. So you can start implementing those habits right now, and you are going to be able to achieve your goals in the future. And my last advice to you is basically be aware what you're doing every single day. Because you are trying to create a new habit, you are going to feel resistance all the time in order to create this new habit. So you need to be aware every single day what are you doing with your time. If you need to put an alarm every 30 minutes with a question mark, that means what I'm doing right now, it's okay. Because at some point, this new habit that you're trying to create is going to be easier for you and it's going to be more automatic. But at the beginning, it's going to be a lot of resistance. And it's something that I haven't heard that much because other people ask you about try to do this and plan. But you need to be aware that this is new, so you're going to feel the resistance. You need to break through and you need to just keep going and make sure. If one day you screw up, 1 week you screw up, that's not a problem. Yes, be aware that you basically have not following the plan and you need to go back and continue with your plan. It's not that the plan is bad, or maybe you need to or maybe you need to review that. Or maybe you need to review that, but it's really important and it's really key that you are trying to analyze every single day what have you done, and if you are trying to really create the new habit, or you are just making excuses in order not to do it. I hope that this video was of value to you. Please feel free to ask any questions in the comment section down below, and I will be more than happy to answer them in a future video. And I will give you as for that just for submitting the question. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. You are creating more content than the one that you consume. In that moment, you are going to realize that basically you are getting so much value, and your audience is going to tell. Now, look better.